Hey everyone! Welcome to today's video. In today's lesson, I'm going to be teaching you how to say goodbye. So there are 3 different formalities. I'm going to be covering formal, informal, and very informal. So let's get straight into it. So the first formality is formal. So when I say formal, I mean that you're saying goodbye to somebody who is perhaps a colleague at work. It could be after an interview. Maybe it's at an event which is quite formal, such as a wedding or a funeral. So you might want to use a more formal way of saying goodbye. So some examples of this could be simply goodbye, goodbye, it was nice to meet you, goodbye. Another example could be farewell, farewell. This isn't something that I would usually say, as you can probably tell, but if you're saying goodbye to somebody, maybe after an interview or maybe after a funeral that you've attended, you might say farewell, farewell. And this would be quite a formal way of saying goodbye. And the last formal way could be by saying something like, have a good day. Have a good day. And this is just a way to sign off politely. So now let's move on to more informal ways of saying goodbye. So this might be with a friend, it might be with someone you're quite close to at work, such as a close colleague or a teammate. It might be maybe a family member that you're close to. So for example, you might say, see ya, see ya. So if I was going home from work, I would probably say something like, I'm off now, see ya, see ya. This is quite informal. You might also say, bye, bye. This is something I would always say to my mum or dad. After I've seen them, I would probably say, bye, bye. And you can say this, it's a pretty safe option to say formally, informally, or very informally. Just bye is a very safe way to say goodbye. Another informal way of saying goodbye could be take it easy. Take it easy. This is something I feel maybe older people might like to say. Take it easy. Take it easy. And see ya sounds a little bit younger. See ya. And a few examples of very informal goodbyes could be toodles, toodles. So you might say this to a best friend, a really special friend, maybe a boyfriend or a girlfriend. Toodles, toodles. Something that I remember saying when I was quite little was, see you later, alligator. See you later, alligator. And they'd reply, in a while, crocodile. But yeah, maybe we don't need to go through that too much. Some people might just say, kisses, kisses. And this isn't really something people say, but I feel like my friends would probably say, kisses, bye. Another very informal way of saying goodbye is, love you, love you. And lots of my family and friends often say this at the end of a phone call. They'll say, bye, love you. And they're just expressing their love for you to kind of end the conversation. And more of a slang way of saying goodbye could be something like safe. Safe. I've heard other people use this. This is definitely not something that I would suit saying. It wouldn't really suit me. But I've heard some people say safe. Maybe if they're quite young and cool, they'll say safe. Not to say that I'm not young and cool, but you get the point. Okay, so those are all of the different ways that people might say goodbye. If you know any different ones that I haven't covered in this video, please do comment them down below. I'd really love to hear some of your ideas and things that you'd like to sign off with. And I'm going to think really carefully about how I'm going to say goodbye. So, I really hope to see you all soon. Thank you for watching. Bye. Safe. See ya. Farewell.